evening. I'm going to be reading A Call for Action by Aimee Osmulsty, More Proof, and it's chapter 9. Have your doctor give you a heavy metal blood test. This, of course, will only work if your doctor and the laboratory are trustworthy. I say use a veterinarian one. Try your pet's blood and see. Barium, strontium, lead, aluminium oxide, manganese, mercury, arsenic, cadmium, thallium, and so much more. Chelation is the one way I know of to rid the body of such toxins, but the majority of us useless eaters cannot afford such treatment. I would look into activated charcoal and how to make your own. I am in no way giving medical advice. I'm sorry, Aimee, but I'm not taking anything at all. Just go up with it. I'm just telling people what to research for themselves. But I am one smart cookie with 12 years medical training, Aimee's talking about that, and laboratory experience that I excelled at. Well, I'm afraid you're in another league to me. The Bio Initiative of 2012, doctors and scientists all speaking up about the health effects worldwide. Look at some of our former presidents' quotes and others who are high up in these ranks of so-called elites. Geoengineeringwatch.org. Look it up. If you're looking for proof that the media is putting out propaganda, Foreign Policy magazine in 2012 or 2013 did an article on the US allowing it. Magneto-Biology. I'm unsure if that is spelled correctly. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. Not literally, but it needs to be researched. And I would suggest getting a college book on the subject. Not all books in America have the information you want. A lot of them are banned, and that you can get them in other countries, but definitely not the USA. CERN watch their initiation ritual to their god and then do some research into what that machine is actually made to do. These demons are trying to play God, and they will not win. Amen, I say to that. Get a dictionary from 1828 or start looking for books before they too are burned, as the burying of information is now in full force. George Orwell was a student of Huxley. The declassified CIA document regarding 5G is titled Biological Effect of Millimetre Radiowaves. It was approved for release 2012, 5th 10. You may be able to search it using their document ID CIA RDP 88 BO1125 R 000 30012 0005-6. I'll write that in the comment box. Here is a quick bit of the text or summary from that document. Morphological, functional and biochemical studies conducted in humans and animals revealed that millimetre waves cause changes in the body. manifested in structural alterations in the skin and internal organs, qualitative and quantitative changes of the blood and bone marrow composition, and changes of the conditioned reflex activity, tissue respiration, activity of enzymes participating in the processes of tissue respiration, and nucleic metabolism. The degree of unfavourable effect of millimetre waves depended on the duration of the radiation and individual characteristics of the organism. These subjects were given the radiation for only 15 minutes per day. Now multiply that with all the devices and towers surrounding each and every one of us. Then you must factor in that we get much more than 15 minutes daily from one device. There have been firefighters with towers next to them who have petitioned to have them removed due to their swift decline in health. Also, the airport workers, namely the ones standing next to the devices throughout their shifts, may have passed out, gotten cancer, had miscarriages, etc. You won't hear that on the mainstream news. I urge everyone to seek out and watch the videos of the 2012 Bio Initiative. Also, if you can find this declassified document, read the entire thing. Humans and the animals, plants and the earth itself are permeated with this radioactive electricity, and they simply blame some new disease so that they can vaccinate us and see what happens next. This is all part of the damping down of our intelligence again. See Rudolf Steiner words from 1924. The desensification means more transmitters of this sophisticated, illegal, unlawful, uninsurable technology. The 868 megahertz was intended for battlefield, interrogation, not for use on the people who've been innocently trusting their governments, who are again selected, not elected. VAERS.HHS.GOV. The data is there. It needs CSV file viewer, see disclaimers or lack thereof, and so much more. Lockstep, also called Scenarios for the Future of Technology / International Development, RockefellerFoundation.org. Well, they get in everywhere, don't they? Here are a few more trustworthy folks you should research. Please note, Dr. Mike Adams' Health Ranger Report, naturalnews.com, Skipping Animal Trials in COVID, www.vernoncoleman.com, Dr. Vernon Coleman, YouTube channel. This woman is and was a college educator, one of the good ones, Healthy American Peggy Hall. See her website, as I'm sure she is being deleted as we speak. Luckily, there are many silent heroes out there downloading many of these videos, as we are all more than sick of being told not to share the truth. Once 5G is fully rolled out, they can wipe out your memories. They can do V2K, voice to skull, thereby actively controlling people's minds via their silent weaponry. Sounds like something out of a science fiction film, but this is a real reality. It's like reading a horror movie to you. Look this up. Abraham Flexner, Flexner, 1910, did a report on medical education for the US and Canada called the Flexner Report. It is about using laboratory research and patents to further enrich those who funded it. Those that funded are as follows: Rockefellers, J.P. Morgan, Andrew Carnegie. If you have on-demand TV, put Disney Junior on and listen to how many times they repeat to our children that "You're watching Disney Junior." I counted 4 during one commercial break, but it is usually at least twice. Check out the patent for China's sun simulator. Why then are they trying to cover up our real sun? Check out the signage on the fencing around the towers, or take a measuring device near your smart meter. It simply cannot be denied any longer. Deagle.com or America2050.com. Julian Assange, why was he not let out of jail when all of the violent criminals were? Simply because now the evil Clinton body count will sure be somewhat halted. We forgave and forgot about Monica Lewinsky, but when you target innocent little children, we do not forget! Why is Edward Snowden still in hiding? Chelsea Manning is another hero, and the list goes on. And do not trust the paid actors on mainstream media. I believe it was Ronald Reagan who spoke of the 9 scariest words. I'm from the government, and I'm here to help. There is also proof via biology. As far as viruses and mutations of these viruses, they mutate each time they reproduce. Therefore, they cannot come up with one cure for all of humanity. There is no such thing as herd immunity. I will ask you this: do you trust the God that made you, or the billionaire who believes in eugenics and depopulation? TRUTHSTREAM Media's documentary and their YouTube channel, if it's still up, The Minds of Men. The movies we all love, or used to, I can't remember the last time I watched one. There are nothing more than predictive programming by some of the most evil, vile people ever to walk this earth. Others are movies or documentaries of the good people trying to warn us all, but they never get a look. We never get to hear about them, do we? I mean, not much. We don't. Well, I don't hear of any, so I don't bother. Movies that might give you an idea of what to expect: Matrix Trilogy, Heliophants, Pet Goat 2. I only watched once as it was so disturbing, but many decodes done on this evil video. Vax the movie, V for Vendetta, Assassin's Creed, The Fifth Element, Boondock Saints, Hunger Games, Oblivion with Morgan Freeman and Tom Cruise, Warrior Queen of Janzi, Black Fish, The Cove, Eyes Wide Shut, Another Kubrick, Consider That the Island Was This Sort of Thing and Worse, Conspiracy Theory with Mel Gibson. Pay close attention to his rambling in the beginning. All Indiana Jones movies, especially Raiders of the Lost Ark and Last Crusade. 8 millimeters with Joanne Quinn Phoenix. Yeah, we're now getting to how sick these individuals are. Spaceballs, paying attention to the vacuum sucking out the air. The King cracking open a can of air. Think 5G. Clash of the Titans with Harry Hamlin. They Live. Netflix documentary called Heal. Red Dawn. Terminator. They use these movies, the ones that I've just read out, as predictive programming. Many more could be added to this list. Shows as well. If you want the best information on this, see Enter the Stars, or in brackets, or Enter the Stars Reloaded, as he also had to make new accounts due to the censorship with Casey Brown. Well, that was a lot to take in, and I'm not going to be able to write all of that up because it'll be impossible to write, but I'll try and do it earlier. But as for the films, I've got to upload this now, but it'll take a while, but I won't be able to write up all the information. I just hope you digested it. It's hard to take all that in, but basically all the films are rotten, aren't they? They're all predictive about this mind control and controlling and using all these things. They're not make-believe, they're going to be realities. That's one thing to take out of it. All those films are just what they're just trying to psychologically get everyone prepared. Anyway, good night and God bless, and thank you for listening.